Hello, my name is Ioana Kulik, and in this series of videos, I will be talking about programming using the Wyliodrin Studio platform. As an outline, I will be talking the Wyliodrin Studio platform and how you can use visual blocks to write your applications in it. Wyliodrin Studio is a web-based application that you can access at this URL. Please use Chrome or Safari to access it, as it needs to connect to your device, and these two browsers have this capability. In terms of supported hardware, basically the devices that you can program using Wyliodrin Studio, you can choose from the Raspberry Pi, BeagleBone Black, the Udo Neo, the ESP8266, and the Raspberry Pi Pico. We will be using the Raspberry Pi Pico to showcase our applications in the next videos. In terms of supported programming languages, you can use languages such as C, Node.js, or Python to write your applications, but you can also use visual programming that is based on Google Blockly and allows you to drag and drop blocks to write your applications. You can use Wyliodrin Studio in languages such as English, German, Spanish, and others. To give you some more details about Wyliodrin Studio, it is a web-based application and it is an open source project. So please, you can always contribute to it, from translating the application to adding new features. Although it is web-based and you access it from your browser, it doesn't use the cloud to store anything about your projects. It uses only your computer to store the projects and any information that you use inside the Wyliodrin Studio. You can use code or you can use visual programming to write your applications, and it also has support for a notebook that you can add to your project and also to the project schematics. This allows you to embed your project with the application, the schematic, and this notebook so you can share it with others, and it is a feature very useful for teaching. In addition, you have access to some tutorials. As some information about the visual programming capability, this is how the blocks look like. You just drag and drop blocks and you interconnect them to write your application. Basically, each block translates to an instruction that your device needs to execute. Here is a simple example where you have two blocks that are connected sequentially. So when you run this application, it will execute first the write on screen command, and then it will execute the send signal. All these applications translate to Python or to JavaScript code that you can also visualize, so it can help you learn Python or JavaScript. Further on, we have a more advanced example where we have these two blocks that are nested inside the repeat block. This makes the program execute these two sequences 10 times. You can also modify your blocks. Like we have this while block that exposes a drop-down list, and you can choose from while or until to change your block. And finally, it accepts an input that will be the condition that it uses. And you can see that here we can connect blocks in a different manner, not just sequentially or nested. And finally, some blocks have this mutator option, is this blue wheel that you can use, so you can change the appearance of your block. For instance, we had a simple if block, but by adding else if, we can see that the block is now more complex and it has the if and the else if option. We can add another else if option, and this would make the block even more complex. This presentation was about the Wyliodrin Studio features and some simple blocks that we presented.